Kau dapat kami ulumi Puro kaya kapag itulog mo Sikulog mo na
Hey, come on.
So threatening.
10 years from now, that's insane.
I reject the threat.
How you been, Bobby?
Hello, Jaime. Are you from Texas?
I think so.
You came here from Texas?
Well, I came from Vegas.
Were you there? I was there.
I was there the same
He
time
was
you were.
there.
Yeah, where were you?
I was in Vegas.
I know, but where?
Vegas.
What?
What
The old
hotel?
Vegas.
You were in Las Vegas?
The old Vegas.
Oh, you were at the old Vegas. Who you with?
Nobody. It was a layover.
You didn't see the game?
I didn't see the game.
No. Where were you going from, though?
From Dallas, Texas.
From Dallas, you went to Las Vegas. There's no direct from Dallas to LA?
I couldn't get one. Couldn't get
Did we pay for it?
I don't know.
No.
How did we get him?
He's here to see his friends.
Oh, where's your friends at?
In downtown LA.
Oh, Mexicans?
Mexicans.
Yeah. Were they are they like clowns? They live in like 15 people per
16.
Oh, 16.
15's wrong.
16. Oh, yeah, 16.
Want to have it even.
I'm not. Listen, guys. I'm not saying that Mexicans live like clowns. You know what I mean?
That's how you used to live in Silver Lake.
That's what I'm saying. So I'm just saying that's how people
Wait,
live.
how many people lived in the dumpster?
Like 7 or 8. 2-bedroom apartment. So I understand. You know, Vans, huh? You skate?
Me?
Yeah.
Not so much.
Not so
Not
much.
anymore. I broke my arm when I
You
was
did
12. Yeah.
when you're 12. What were you trying to do?
Kickflip.
Oh yeah.
Can't do it.
I was doing
I was a big
McTwist.
kid, so.
I was doing McTwists back then. You know, I was doing McTwists back then on ramps and stuff. Anyway, what are you doing?
Oh.
Yeah, you got to be a little louder too, Jaime.
Oh, is this on? Or are we just catching up?
No, it's on.
Oh.
Like we're doing it.
Oh, it's on right now?
What do you think that we were just?
I thought we were just catching
You
up.
think I was small talk with you?
Bobby
Oh,
lives
I thought you wanted small talk.
No, I wouldn't small talk with you. I do big talks.
Big talks.
Yeah.
Okay.
What were you doing in Vegas?
What do you mean? Watching the
I
game.
I was just like a lot
Watching
of
the big game. 49ers versus the Chiefs.
Almost
What'd you
1,000
go for?
photos are online of you and people.
That's
This is
Shut
what I
up.
find so interesting about Bobby. Like
Find it.
the night before, he's opening for Bert and Tom, right?
No, I'm not
The
opening.
MGM.
No, I'm not. No, wait.
Oh,
wait.
sorry, guest appearance.
No. Stop.
Hot five.
Hot 5, hot 10.
Hot
Let me
five.
Let me say something, okay? I wasn't opening. I just happened to be before.
Years before them.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, okay, I was opening, but but then Shane Gillis was opening,
Yeah,
Name
everyone was opening.
Wait, who was there? Just give us all the names of people.
who performed.
Yeah, perform, who you saw, everything.
The MC was Trevor Wallace,
Love it.
my good friend. You know him?
Yeah.
You like white
TikTok.
guys?
Huh?
TikTok.
Yeah, he's on TikTok.
I know. So are you, though?
Me?
Yeah.
On Instagram.
Oh, fuck, my bad. My bad, dude. You have a crooked smile, huh?
Yeah. I've been told.
You've been told that?
My sisters, they dropped me when I was a baby.
They did? Wait, they drew you as a baby?
we were playing that Cross the Bridge game.
Yeah.
And they,
No, I don't know.
what's it called? You know, the Red Rover?
Red Rover, yeah.
Red Rover.
And I couldn't break the bridge.
Oh. Well, how do you play that game?
You break the bridge.
You do that with
you
your
hold,
hands?
You hold the other person's
And
hand.
sing the song. Red
I don't
Rover,
know.
Red
I was young.
Rover, send Jaime.
over.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's about that.
Anyway,
Yeah, so Trevor Wall.
Who'd you go for? The 49ers or Chiefs?
Comedy.
Were
He
you
was
at
there
the
for
game?
comedy.
Oh, you
I wasn't there.
Did
I
you-
left. Oh, let me, by the way, if you ever want to go to Las Vegas, the airport, go during the Super Bowl. If it's playing in the Super Bowl, it was like a ghost town.
Oh.
Like there was no line at the gate. You just walk right through.
Oh, coming back from.
Oh yeah. Like I flew right when the game started.
Oh yeah, your flight was like right at kickoff.
At kickoff, and I walked up to. I go, "Is this open?" I felt like it was closed.
Yeah.
I walked right through, and then Anyway, what happened? Oh yeah, so I performed. I opened. It was me, Trevor Wallace, me, and then Shane Gillis, and then Bert, and then Tom. And let me say something, okay?
You were nervous.
Not only nervous, I begged on my hands and knees to Tom. I go, Tom, sir, master, please, because they had it Trevor, Shane, and then me.
Oh.
Oh, what?
And no, fuck you, man. Shane's the man of the world right now. It's his time. He's in the media. He's hosting SNL, right?
Yeah.
He's one of the best comics. Even Andrew Santino goes, Shane Gillis is a better comic than us. He said that out loud.
He said that.
Yeah. What?
He said that to your face.
It's your lips. Anyway,
I'm getting it fixed, Bobby. Okay.
get it fixed.
You know how much it is?
Is it fixing a smile?
This is the jawline.
No. It's your
No.
nerves. The nerves are on your mouth. You can control those.
No.
Yes.
I have X-rays. I'll show them.
But
Yeah,
you
you're-
actually broke your jaw. Oh no
I'm
shit!
not making fun of your jaw. Your jaw is unfixable.
No, it is fixable.
Anyway,
I don't have this debate, but
I don't know what the debate's about, but
yeah, that's the show.
that was a show. Okay.
Hey, that's a good picture of you.
Thanks. So anyway,
I didn't take that right.
The birth.
so I begged Tom. I go, can you please? And I'll go. You don't even have to pay me. That's how desperate I was.
To go what? To go before Shane Gillis?
Yes.
Okay.
So he said yes, and so I Okay, well stop with that. Stop there. Do you know where I am?
You're not there.
I am.
Where are
This
you?
is a fun game. I am there. Zoom.
Oh yeah, taking a picture right there in the corner, top left,
Yep.
with the camera up.
What?
Yeah.
Yep. That's me right there.
Oh my god!
it's like finding Waldo. It's like finding Waldo.
I can spot little daddy
You
from
get
anywhere.
Anyway, and then right next to Segura,
Yeah.
right? Bert, Trevor's there, and some other people. Anyway, so when they brought me up and there was a cheer.
Of course there was.
Your biggest fear was what?
They're gonna boo
And why would they boo?
because I'm not advertised. So it's probably in my mind. I was like, oh, there's got to be people there that don't like me, that didn't know I was performing, and so then when I don't know, it's an irrational fear. I know.
Yeah.
Are they here? No, I thought I heard somebody knock. It's an irrational. So they did cheer, but then oh my god, dude.
Loved it, huh?
No, when I brought up Shane,
Louder than your.
not just louder. I literally thought I was gonna go, like my whole body was goosebumps from the head of my top of my head down to my foot.
Did they freak out?
It was because it's in the round, so everyone's around you. So it was like, so I got this guy, it's an Netflix, Dangerous Dog, and then people kind of went, what? And then I go, he got fired from SNL before he even got on the show, but now he's hosting it. Once I said Shane Gillis, it was like, it was insane.
How'd you bring him up?
That's what I said.
Everything he just said.
But I just said I did.
Oh, okay.
Everything he just said before
I
you
was
asked
looking-
that
I was
question
looking-
How-
is what he.
I was
No,
looking-
wait. What did you think I was saying before?
His info. Oh,
I know you say that. Do you do stand up?
Yes.
You do, right?
Yeah.
Did
And
you
so when-
open for Ralph, right?
Yeah.
And when you bring him up, what do you say?
What do you say? Yeah.
Hey, this next comedian, funny.
That's what I just did.
Okay. I was looking at your hat. That's why. I was like, sweet hat.
All right. You know what, Jaime? Can I just say something to you?
Is
Can you
it?
just concentrate?
Yes.
Just no. Can you follow along?
Yeah.
No, I love that you're here, dude. But it's
Okay.
like,
And I love that you're having me here.
Why did you do a melody? You okay?
happy to be here.
You know my Uber? Okay.
No. So what else happened? And then
Who did you meet? Like,
who did I meet?
come on, you.
When I
you were
was
telling me a little bit. There
when
were
I was
some
in the
people
back,
where-
people started flowing in. I'm in the green room.
Yeah.
And it's just like Guy Fieri.
Yeah. Are you guys homies now?
Yeah, I mean, I guess.
Yeah.
Then who else walked in? Then a bunch of comics: Pauly, Distefano,
Oh yeah.
Soder, Gillis. Obviously, he's on the show. And then Jimmy Kimmel.
Weird.
Yeah, and then the Mexican guy that's on Jimmy Kimmel,
Oh,
Guillermo.
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 Guillermo. He came up to me,
Nice.
hugged me. Never met him before in my life.
Lives in Studio City.
That's information that I'd love to know. Thank you.
Wait, what I'm most interested in though is
Vince
that.
Vaughn.
Oh,
Vince was there.
you guys
Um,
were cool, chill.
I hugged him.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then who else? And then a lot of fighters like Nate Diaz,
It was Nick.
Nick Diaz.
Yeah, because you sent me a picture. That wasn't Nate. That was Nick.
There's a difference?
Yeah, there's two brothers.
Two difference?
It's a good
There's
question.
two brothers.
That's a good
brothers.
question. Then.
Yeah, two brothers. And then this gigantic rapper.
Who?
I forgot his name, but he's like at the top of exam. Gigantic guy with tattoos all over his face.
Jelly roll?
Jelly Roll.
Oh, Jelly Roll.
Jelly Roll was there. He smoked blunt in front of my face. It was fine.
Relapsed.
Yeah, and I didn't realize, but he was like, "What's up? I'm Jelly Roll," right in my face. And then once I performed afterwards, Distefano and I just kind of went to the after party and walked in a circle, and we both just looked at each other and we just at the same time said, "Should we kill ourselves?" I don't know why we said that.
Wait, why would you say that though?
What do you mean?
Like, why are you thinking?
We don't belong. We don't belong. Him and I have the same thing. Like, number one, nobody likes us.
Weird. Okay.
Weird. Yeah.
I know it's such a weird thing,
Two
but we
of the
look at
most
each other.
likable people.
I know, but we looked at each other. "Dude, are you getting the feeling that no one likes it?" He goes, "Me too." I don't think no one likes it. He goes, "I know." And so then I go, "What do you want to do?" He goes, "Double suicide." I go, "I don't know right now."
It's Super Bowl weekend.
It's Super Bowl weekend, right? And as we go around, then we run into Jimmy Kimmel, and Jimmy goes, "Sit with us." So me and Chris sat next to Jimmy
That's
Kimmel
the weirdest
and started
thing.
talking about like how we asked him. I go, "Do you ever feel like unwanted or alone in the business?" And he goes, "Yeah." And he told us a couple of stories. I don't want to say his stories, but he told us a couple of stories. Are they here? Yeah. Right, move, get out of here. You're now over there.
Wait, finish this though. Finish this.
That's it.
And Jimmy Kimmel.
And we talked about how like we wanted double suicide. Anyway, thank you. It was a great night.
Do I sit here?
Yeah, man.
Sure.
Thanks for coming.
Thanks.
Just say stuff every once in a while.
Okay.
He does have.
Do you know who these guys are?
Yeah.
Who?
Natasha
Yeah, and who?
and her husband.
Yeah. What's his name?
Hi.
Okay.
Hi. Hello.
Good to see you guys right over here.
Hello.
Wow.
Hi.
Hello. Yeah. Okay.
How you doing?
Hello. Good to see you. I love you, buddy. Good to see you. Come here. Nat, how are you? Good to see you.
Is this your house? It's so
Yeah, I
awesome.
live here. I happen to live here.
Cool vibe.
Thanks, man.
Hi, nice to see you.
Oh wait, this is
I
our
know.
first-
Last time we were here, it was like in a little apartment.
They both have been
that's
on, but
right.
this is our first time in this.
Oh, in this house.
This studio.
Yeah. This studio's awesome. This is what you did to the garage?
Yeah. Why? We're
So-
changing it too.
Why? It looks so
You're
good.
changing it?
We have to redo it, like
The garage was this high?
Yeah.
It's fucking higher, right? What the fuck are you talking about?
I mean, that's a pretty high garage.
The first day we moved in, he crashed a car through the garage.
Yeah, I did. Yeah. That's good.
Very well.
Good stuff. What do you guys want to see? Can we do that later or?
Nice seeing you.
Like this, Bobby. Can we do that later? Oh, you mean like next week or something?
No. We do it now. We do it now.
I don't know what the fuck.
Yeah.
It's here.
It's out.
It's out.
The book is out.
It's out.
Yeah.
Make sure to talk about it.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about it. You want to talk about it the whole time, or
No. Let's.
I mean, I can open with it. You want to open with it?
No, I don't care what we do.
Yeah.
It's all
this
good.
good
I'm
like
fucking.
this?
I'm tired of talking about it. To be honest with you,
Yeah, I know because you don't know a lot.
I've done. This is like the 90th conversation I'll be having about it.
Subculture vulture.
So we can do. That's how it's pronounced.
Subculture vulture. Anyway, it's pretty cool.
But we brought some treats. I mean, not literally, but we brought some secrets that we could play if you're interested in
Ooh.
I
that.
love secrets,
Yes.
but is it cold or hot? Do you guys? think?
She's cold.
I'm cold.
I'll
I'm
make it
okay,
warmer.
though.
put
But
the heat
actually, no,
on?
I'm keeping this on.
Put the heat on.
No, don't put the
Natasha-
Because that's going to
don't
mess
want
up
heat
your
on?
sound.
No, Natasha Leggero's here. Fucking
I
put
don't
the
want
heat
you
on.
cold.
The
A
sound.
little bit. Can you have a
I'll do it. We'll do it for like half the podcast.
Yeah, because this.
half it out?
You're gonna put the heat on for half the podcast? That's a crazy
That's all you
podcast.
get.
Yeah.
Is that your format?
I mean, we could do it later.
Let's do it when we start talking about the book.
Time it with the time it with the book.
Turn mine down.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Yeah. What do you want?
Do you hear yourself?
Because you're
Is it better?
screaming.
Am I too loud?
Is it better?
I'll go back.
He's just screaming.
That's good.
I'm sorry. My voice.
I just need to drown out the men just a little bit.
That's kind of cool.
Thank you.
Anyway,
Not really the vibe. That's not the vibe.
I know that's the vibe, dude. Well, God bless you, and thanks for coming. It's been a while, and we've tried to do this many times, and there's been cancellations and rescheduling and whatnot. But the pleasure is all mine.
I mean, you canceled some of it, just to be clear.
100%.
Okay.
I was not blaming you. Moshe.
Okay, I just wanted to make
That's
sure.
insane what you were just doing now.
Well, I thought you were saying like we were trying to big time you guys, and we're here.
We big time each other.
We've been camped out in my Tesla for a week waiting to do
No,
this.
you haven't. I've been watching the
That's
media
true.
and the social media, and you've been doing everything.
Yeah, I've been hard at work.
You both have acting for you. You know what I mean? And
Bobby, how does it feel to be the most? You've influenced probably more comedians.
shut up! What are you talking about? What the fuck were you open like that?
Great opening.
Oh, this is what
Thank
you,
you.
on the way over. She said, "I've got this roast joke I'm going to open with." Is this what you're talking about?
It's called deflection.
No, wait. Do you
Yeah,
think
yeah.
Bobby has influenced a generation of comedians?
Yes.
I don't
Every single person you meet, they're like, Bobby influenced me. Every single person has a Bobby Lee story about how they encourage them to keep doing stand-up.
Yeah, but that's not like a comedy influence. It was more of like a
You're just a good guy.
like a good guy kind of a thing.
But you also do comedy influences.
maybe.
Anyway.
So do you?
I just want to give
And
you.
So do you?
Thank
That's
you.
true.
Yeah.
He influenced me.
Bobby did?
Yeah.
To what?
On Mad TV, I was watching as a kid. I was like, hey, this is a funny guy.
That's cool. Do you do sketch?
I do stand up.
So not sketch?
No sketch.
So he didn't influence you in any way. No, that's cool.
Yeah. Jaime, it's a sketch show.
No.
Oh, yes. Anyway,
Yes, Mad TV was funny.
I know, but
He's new here, by the way. That's Jaime.
Is it a sketch? You know it's sketch, right?
Yeah, sketch.
Yeah. What is
Wait.
sketch?
Sketch.
Yeah.
Improv.
Yep. He's
Yeah,
right.
exactly.
Yeah. No, sketch is
Wait.
improv.
It's
Doesn't
actually.
matter.
I was
It's
actually.
actually it's not.
The truth is, I was the first guy to say sketch is improv. That was my thing.
Oh, that was your quote.
That was
It's
my
in the
quote.
book.
Yeah. Well, I influenced a lot of kids
Yeah.
when I said sketch is improv.
But just aside from him, you know they're two different things.
Yeah.
Would you agree?
Improv is not written. Sketch is written.
Thank you. Improv is usually you add information.
Stems from the word improvisation.
Yeah.
Not to be confused with the improv where we do stand-up.
Stand-up,
So
yeah.
I can understand how
The
it can be
improv used to be
confusing.
called the improvisation.
You guys, all that matters is a 2.5-minute TikTok video.
Oh, that's
or
so
30
true.
seconds, right?
Right.
It doesn't really matter anymore.
How do you feel about that?
I'm sure it's shorter's always better.
No, but
That's why she's with me.
They were saying even songs, like songs are only now like 2 minutes. Whereas like in the 70s, there'd be songs that were 10 minutes.
like that
7
band
minutes.
Yes. Remember that band Yes? A 50-minute fucking song.
Oh, same with like the Super Bowl ads, right?
They're shorter.
They're so short.
Do you remember when we were growing up? Did they have as
Custom
much?
tailored for our attention.
Was there as much Christ in the
There
Super Bowl?
there wasn't any Christ.
There wasn't
There was
enough
so
Christ.
much
I agree.
Christ.
Was there
Yesterday
Christ?
was like a big Jesus day.
There was a
Last
lot
year
of Christ.
this year, yeah.
There was a little Jewish, but it was very Jewish. It wasn't like be Jewish. It was like please stop beating up Jews.
Right.
And then there was a lot of Christ, and then there was one Scientology.
28
One
million,
Scientology.
28 million for that one ad. The Jesus, it was just like a random ad of like photographs of feet washing, right?
Yeah.
And it was like a whole ad for Jesus.
That's
Why
Not
can't-
even a specific church, just Jesus, right?
Just feet washing.
yeah.
This
It's
is
like,
feet
it was like
washing.
Wiki Feet, the Super Bowl commercial.
What was this?
Are you a?
Whoa.
There it is.
Well, oh, it's high.
But it was like
It looks
people
beautiful,
from
though.
different walks of life or opposite sides of the train tracks,
Yeah.
like washing each other's feet or something like that.
Yeah.
I gotta say, I don't mind it.
Did you know that even if you have a 401k for retirement, you can still have an IRA? Robinhood has the only IRA that gives you a 3% boost on every dollar you contribute when you subscribe to Robinhood Gold.
But get this, now through April 30th, Robinhood is even boosting every single dollar you transfer in from other retirement accounts with a 3% match. That's right, no cap on the 3% match.
Robinhood Gold gets you the most for your retirement thanks to their IRA with a 3% match.
This offer is good through April 30. Get started at robinhood.com/boost. Subscription fees apply. And now for some legal info.
Claim as of Q1 2024, validated by Radius Global Market Research. Investing involves risk, including loss. Limitations apply to IRAs and 401ks. 3% match requires Robinhood Gold for 1 year from the date of the first 3% match. Must keep Robinhood IRA for 5 years. The 3% matching on transfers is subject to specific terms and conditions. Robinhood IRA available to U.S. customers in good standing. Robinhood Financial LLC, member SIPC, is a registered broker-dealer.
Chubbies. Yeah. Inside of every man, there are two wolves fighting. One wolf is real introverted and socially awkward and doesn't want much attention. The other wolf is wearing a shirt with a skull on it and smoking a clove cigarette, yelling at the first wolf that he should talk to girls more. So they're fighting about that. But then inside of those two wolves, there are two more wolves. Holy moly.
Oh, man.
One wolf is going to a therapy and trying to get his issues with the alpha sorted out.
Okay.
And the other wolf is unhinged, snorting wild grasses and avoiding his trauma.
Oh, shoot.
But it's coming out in weird ways in the forest with like what he's doing to the squirrels and stuff. And inside those two wolves are two more wolves. Oh my God, it's a wolf fest. One is real timid, gnawing at the spot where his testicles used to be because he's been domesticated by an elderly couple. And the other wolf is real wild, like jumping into the pool with an entire pork shoulder in his mouth. The other wolf laughs at this devil-may-care, get the pork wet attitude. And inside those two wolves are the dark wolf and the light wolf, and the yin wolf and the yang wolf, and the other wise wolf, and the kid thinking about boobies wolf,
Whoa.
and a wolf who swims in a t-shirt because he's self-conscious about his wolf gut, and some other wolf who won't shut up about altcoins. Anyway, I guess what we're trying to say is that there's a whole bunch of wolves inside of you, and they've all got to get dressed in the morning. That's why I want to introduce you to Chubby's shorts. Listen, guys, honestly, like during the summers, I wear Chubbies because the fabric in it, it's so light and soft and comfortable. I've never felt any material like this before.
Also, Bobby is just a difficult kind of shape to dress sometimes. And I feel as though Chubbies really is just for every shape variety of every man.
Yeah. And check out this Chubby's t-shirt, this long sleeve. It's so good.
Oh, I love the collar of that one.
Oh.
It says the weekends have arrived, Chubbies. What a great sweatshirt.
Introducing the Bunch of Wolves collection by Chubbies. Find your inner wolf and put some shorts on him at chubbies.com.
I don't mind it.
You don't mind which
I
part?
like the symbolism of feet washing.
Oh, I
don't know
see.
why.
Yeah,
Is that
yeah.
It feels erotic.
It does. It is slightly erotic.
But it's very subservient. It's like the most subservient. It's doesn't it feel?
But I think that's why it's erotic.
Right.
You think it's a power thing?
Yeah,
Got
I
it.
just
Are you
like
a foot man?
I love them.
You're like you think they're hot?
That's
I
a
don't
yes.
Yeah, I mean, I suck on them.
Yeah. Or you think in a sexual way?
Yeah, I sucked on. I sucked on one 2 weeks ago and I got sick.
Really?
Yeah.
You got foot and mouth disease?
I think that's how I got the COVID.
Hoof
Hoof
and
can't
mouth.
get
COVID
COVID.
from a-
You didn't get COVID from a foot.
Hoof and mouth disease is going around my daughter's school.
Oh, really?
yeah, those are gnarly.
No, can I just defend myself? I don't
Yeah.
like your tone.
What do you mean? What
Moshe
did I do?
doesn't like feet.
I don't like your tone just now.
Wait, what did I do?
Like a doctor, like you can't get COVID from foot.
I don't think foot causes COVID. I think like if that's skin, that's just chewing on
I know, but
skin.
can I just say something? Like, can COVID get on it?
Like if they sneeze into their foot? you
Yeah.
mean? Yeah, I guess that's possible.
Theoretically, then yes.
I guess
go
theoretically.
fuck yourself.
Okay, I'm sorry. That was disrespectful of
That's
me.
very disrespectful.
I didn't realize this was such a sensitive topic to you.
It's not a sensitive topic. It's just like I throw out some information, right? And you negated it right away without even thinking it through.
Well, that's a. By the way, Jaime, that's a rule in improv. Is you go no but. That's like. classic.
Don't listen to him, honey.
No, but you can't get it that way.
I actually got pink eye 2 weeks ago. So
From
my
From-
pillow,
From what?
a pomelo?
a pillow.
From a pomelo.
Wash your pillows, dude. From a hotel pillow? All right, okay.
But how do you know that's what it was from?
Yeah.
Because I woke up the next day with green stuff.
Okay.
What were you
let's
gonna-
move on.
Yeah.
Is
That
this
is
gross?
Let's just move on.
conjunctivitis.
How do we? Hotels are.
Should we-
so
I know
gross.
they're so
Want to
gross.
introduce them?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Why not? Well, I've known these two for a very long time. They've both individually done our podcast.
Yes.
At the old place.
At the old place. We've been here for a while. Natasha, I've known before she did stand up.
You talked me into doing.
All right.
Is that true?
Yeah.
I remember. I remember we were in Los Feliz once, and we were with Aaron Cater. Whatever happened, I don't know. But anyway, God bless you, Aaron. I know where he is. But and we were. I don't know what we were doing, drinking coffee, and you mentioned that you were going to do it, and I don't know if I supported you, but you started
I think
doing
you
it.
got me a gig at this place where I could like work the door.
Oh, that's right.
And then start doing stand up, and then you'd meet me before like showcases. Like you'd be in between shows, and you were like, "Hey."
Sounds like you were trying to smash.
No, but he wasn't. He wasn't.
Could I be honest with you, Moshe?
Yeah.
He thought I was.
I'm not attracted to this woman.
Literally, there's nothing about her. Like even I'm sorry, I love you so much, but there's just certain people I'm just not. I don't even think that way.
Hey, Bobby, the feeling's mutual.
I know. But
I mean,
just the
I
way you
knew-
threw that out there, I didn't like.
I knew the whole time Natasha was desperate to be with me, but for me, it wasn't happening.
Yeah.
Wait, how did you guys know each other pre-stand-up? How did you?
I don't know.
Bobby just knew everybody.
Right.
I remember him calling me and me being in line at the DMV to try to get like another sticker on my car. Like he was always like, he just kind of could sense who was down and out and who maybe needed a little like.
No, I think I attracted like-minded people.
Yeah,
You know, I met you where I met you. Well, I know where I met you.
you can say.
I met you at an A meeting, I think.
What? The fuck? Why are you saying that?
Well, you said I could say.
I know, but then I didn't say how I would react.
yeah.
No, yeah,
It was
I'm sure we met it in
Hollywood and somewhere over there. But I knew you were a comic from SF, and then we just kind of just became friends.
Yeah,
and then you guys got married.
that's right.
Yeah.
But God, you have always
my
a
God.
font of wisdom.
By the way, you haven't introduced us yet.
Moshe Kasher, Natasha Leggero.
Thank you.
They're a married couple. They have a child. They live in the East Side. I
Bobby
think.
told me once, don't believe the good reviews because then you'll believe the bad reviews. He said, you're not really anyone until people start talking shit about you.
Yeah.
He said, make sure to make them laugh before you start talking on stage.
It's
Great
so,
advice.
Yeah, that's a good advice. Listen, it's so funny. I
50
can give
times.
advice, but I can't.
You can't receive it.
Not okay, say, but those things I just told you are things I say, but I don't apply it to my own life.
That's
You know,
true.
I'm like, oh my God, I read that comment. I'm a fucking loser. I'll kill myself. You know what I mean?
Can I tell you some wisdom she gave me?
Yeah, please.
And earlier in our relationship, I would spend like, 12 hours arguing with like just a stranger, and I would tell her like, oh, it's part of my
Anyone would have given him this.
and I was like, it's part of my comedy brand. People like watching me go back and forth with like an actual, like literally just some child in Iowa.
On stage or
Online. I would just go back
Oh
and
my
forth all
God.
day, and I'd be like stewing on it, and I wouldn't be present in our
insane.
relationship, and I'd be like, hold on a second, writing this like screed that I thought was so clever that wow, I mentally bested somebody that's like fucking working at a pick and pull in Montana.
Yeah.
And she was just like, why are you wasting your life on people that you don't know? And it like opened my mind up. It was like a spear into my brain. I basically don't ever look at the comments anymore, and it's all because of her.
But do you get negative ones?
I don't know. Could be.
But did you before?
Yeah, sure.
Well,
Always.
he would more engage with people back and forth. And I think that's something that some people do. I've never done it. You probably don't do it, right?
No, they tell me not to.
Do you read them?
I can't anymore.
No, it's too painful.
No, I mean,
Do you read them?
No, especially me. No, I should stay away from
Yeah,
that.
I get.
It's
like
just poison.
mine is
It's a volunteering to drink poison.
it's cutting.
Yeah.
It's a form of
oh,
cutting.
it's cutting. That's
Yeah.
a really interesting idea.
She actually called one of her trolls and interviewed him.
I find
podcast.
that whole thing to be usually
But that's what he wanted.
disappointing.
Isn't that a success
How
for
was
him?
it?
It
crumbled.
turned out that he didn't dislike me at all. He maybe disliked the fact that like his girlfriend was really into me. And he turned out to be a really nice guy, a sweetheart.
It was weird.
And he couldn't really explain why he had said the things he said. And mind you, like he had been harassing me for like a long time.
Interesting. The troll wasn't that articulate when put on.
When put on the spot. It would have been funny if he had been so sweet and like admitting what he did wrong, and then you're like, well, it was really cool to connect with you as a human. He's like, yeah, you too. Bye. And then immediately open your phone, and just like just like back to business.
But that I think that's probably what would have happened, or you know what I mean.
But he
It's-
stopped, right? I would assume.
I mean, I don't know. He probably has like 5 other burner accounts.
Right.
I mean, there is. I don't think that people. They're not who they are on the internet.
Yeah.
Like there's some weird, like altered, like version of themselves. Like the ugliest version of themselves can exist there, but in real life, like when you walk around, like people aren't inherently this way, or at least I don't want to believe that.
I think people are becoming more and more inherently this way because the internet and real life is becoming like slowly fused, and I don't think there's a separation as much anymore. Disagree?
But you know how in the oh, go ahead.
Go ahead, no, please.
Well, in the 70s, everyone smoked because we didn't quite know it was bad for us. Like maybe now we all check our comments and get involved because we just don't know how toxic it is. But now is like, more people, hurt themselves and go crazy and get depressed. Maybe that's something we'll have more boundaries for
But I do
the
think-
next generation.
I do think that there is an uptick in really, really sad, angry boys, and that's what's really scary. Like,
I get women, and they go. And
Women talk shit to you?
Not only that, they literally go, why aren't you dead yet?
Oh, wow.
What?
Yeah. No, yeah.
I get the same
I know. Why don't you kill yourself? Like, yeah, I get them all the time.
from women, really.
Oh, yeah. Kill yourself. And it's like,
What?
and then I go out in the world. I've never gotten anyone, and no one's ever come up to me and said, kill
why-
yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I wish they would, because I'd be like, then I could have a very mindful kind of like non-volatile kind of conversation, like, why do you want me dead or whatever.
Right. But they don't want you dead.
Not only that, it doesn't happen. It's all love. And I walk around and it's all love, and it's like, and I read all these negative things, and I'm like, oh, they're two different worlds I live in. And one of them isn't real. It's not real.
Oh, the internet.
Yes.
I think that it is. I actually think it is real, and I think.
What do you mean?
Israel is what I wanted to talk about this entire. I'm glad we finally got to bring it up.
Yeah.
I was thinking about this the other day. You remember, like 20 years ago in stand-up, there was like a certain kind of road comic that had a particular joke that they would do a bunch. It would be usually an older guy, like a dad comic, and he'd be like, "I heard about this cyberbullying. I got a tip to stop being cyberbullied. Log off." Ha 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 ha.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And I remember watching that and going, "Oh, this guy doesn't understand that there is no log off for young people. That young people's brains are getting, they've had the internet like downloaded into their existence, and like for you and me and us, we're of a certain age where we straddled the universes of when the internet existed and when it didn't. So for us, it's like it isn't real. But I think for young people, there is no log off. We are online socialization. Real world socialization, it's all one mess. They literally
know
can't.
how to log off and go do something.
I mean, they can
And that
literally.
might become more of a trend in the
I would love to
future.
see like nature children, but what I'm saying.
How long are you going to keep technology away from your child?
Well, she's got a really popular TikTok. It's huge.
No, you really?
No.
I'm pretty serious
She's got an
about
OnlyFans,
it.
not TikTok. We have boundaries. We have boundaries.
I'm pretty serious about keeping her away from things, and I think that I would make some pretty big sacrifices to try to make that happen. And I do feel like I have very, very few friends who agree with me.
So
I think people are just like, we're just going to give in, let's surrender. This is life. It's going to be part of who they are anyway. Whereas I get that side of it, but I just disagree. And Moshe and I get in fights a lot because of how perilous I find the phone. And he's like, that's not reality.
Does she have a phone now?
No, definitely.
How old is she now?
She's 6.
Right. So what's the age? 12?
Yeah. When
she gets a phone?
What age would you want to give her?
I
a
don't know
phone?
what's going to happen in the world. We might decide in 2 years that this is worse than smoking for children, and maybe it'll get banned. I don't know.
What, the internet?
Possibly. I don't know.
I don't think they're going to ban the
know.
net.
It'll get worse.
It's going to get so much worse. I mean,
Yeah.
do you remember that there was a documentary on Netflix? It was like, I can't remember what it's called. The Social Dilemma. Maybe is that what
Yes.
it's called? Where it was like describing these algorithmic sort of like polarization that's happening in society, and it's like it's going to lead to this, this, and this, and everybody watched it and was like, "Whoa, this is perilous. This is scary." Or some people were like, "I already knew this," whatever. But then it's now 7 years later since that documentary came out. The exact thing that it was predicting is happening in real time, and no one has made a behavioral adjustment like whatsoever. We're all
Basically, people in the street getting mad.
Yeah.
No, but I'll disagree with you. I've made some judgments about myself and changed my
Yeah.
behavior.
Me
right?
too. I got off Instagram.
Yeah, so individually you can.
Totally.
And I know people that have, and we realize that it's like, and I don't even know if I'm behind if it's our generation, you know what I mean? And is it Gen Zers that are like completely? I think that at one point I don't think there's a way to be happy and still live that way. I think there's going to be a bottom. I think there's going to be a point where they're going to be like, why am I so depressed? Why do I want to kill myself and all that stuff? And then they're going to have to make a
look
decision.
through their phones for the answers.
But they're
Right.
going to think the things, like I remember I was so depressed during the pandemic and people were like, "Oh my God, your pictures, you're having such a great time. It's making me feel so insecure." And I'm like, "Oh, I'm like so depressed. But my
know.
pictures look like I'm not." So it is that kind of vicious circle.
You're
too.
looking at the people that are jealous of you, going, "Oh, their life seems so cool."
But they're jealous of me, but
Yeah.
it's not a real picture. I airbrushed it. We just got into a fight right before we
insane.
took
No, we've got a guy
it.
in Boyle Heights. We take all our pictures to the airbrushes it.
I'm just saying, like,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
all fake. It's
I mean,
all fake.
The evidence is in that the internet, specifically for young women, is but for everybody, is terrible, causes depression, causes suicidal ideation. It's all in. We already know the information. The same thing is true with like trying to be famous. We already know that trying to be famous is bad for the human psyche, and yet it's the only thing anybody
Why do we
wants.
do it then?
Because we're like drug addicts. I mean, that's what I think of when I think of like what you're saying about technology and parenting is like you have to imagine parenting is so difficult and time consuming, and the kid requires so much of your attention, and there is it's like being a heroin addict. It's like there is
There's
an
an
instant
instant-
solution,
Yeah.
which is to put the phone in their face and you're no longer, everything's good now.
It's awesome.
Wow.
And so then you have to be a heroin addict. All you want is to fix. And the heroin is literally in your pocket. And you have to make a decision instead of doing heroin, I'm going to do sit-ups. Like that's your choice.
And furthermore, your parents who are like 75, 80 are also addicted and have the exact same addiction as you.
I would say my mom is far more addicted to her phone than
It's
I am.
crazy. So they're bad. Everyone's just helping you. The nannies. Everyone's just staring at a phone while they're watching your kid.
Oh, the worst part with old people is that they are unfamiliar with the idea that just because it's in print doesn't mean it's real.
Right.
They go, oh, Walter Cronkite must have written this article. I read an article. It doesn't, and they just think it's real.
Anything my mom says these days, like we just joke around the house, like, source Facebook.
Yes.
Like that's everything is gospel. If it's written in print, it's gospel. It must be the truth. And that's really scary.
I don't know how cell phone technology works, but let me ask you something.
Yeah.
It has something to do with the satellite up there, right?
Oh, yeah.
Right? It bounces back. Don't look at me like that. I don't know.
Why do I know? How do I?
But is that what it is?
Sounds familiar.
Well,
I know, but so what I'm saying is if we destroy that satellite,
all the satellites.
how many are there?
Oh, there's.
Does Verizon have one and fucking T-Mobile?
And let's not forget, cancer is up in all ages, and no one knows why.
What's that?
So I'm saying,
You
if
think it's
it
the
is
internet.
that, and we find that out, maybe it'll self-fix or
Wait, what are you
self.
guys suggesting? That we impose a digital Bronze Age on ourselves?
That'd be kind of cool.
It's not going to
I think everybody would like it.
It doesn't.
If we destroy the satellites, there's 6. Let's just say there's 6 of them.
Okay.
All right?
More than 6.
More than 6.
Way more than 6.
100.
Okay.
Is that better for you? In this analogy.
Now I can understand.
All right. If there's a way to do it, right?
Right.
What would happen? Like day 1 after the destruction, what would happen? Chaos?
Well, we would still have
Yes.
the internet, I think.
I don't think so.
No, we won't. We won't.
No?
You ever seen
I don't know for
No,
sure. that
go ahead, Jaime. Go ahead.
Source?
Yeah, you ever seen Planet of the Apes?
Boom! He got you.
That's it. We'll watch it. We'll watch it. We'll watch it. What do you mean? I just recently saw it. What do you fucking mean?
Which Planet of the Apes?
Oh, yeah.
There's
What?
a new one coming out.
The
Before we
Charleston
get-
Heston one.
Have you seen the
Charleston
one that's
Heston?
coming out?
Yes.
Yeah,
I-
the new one's coming out.
I saw the Super Bowl ad for it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Which one are you talking about, though?
James Franco.
Yeah. So I saw those ones. So what do you mean?
I don't know.
Okay. Let's move on.
Okay.
Wait, I have a question, Bobby. What changes have you made in your life that you're saying? Individually, you said you made changes with the internet. What changes have you made?
Here's what. Number 1. I'm no longer on Twitter.
Yeah.
Well, I was hacked,
It's X.
so I can't get back
You
on.
can't get back on
Oh,
that.
you
He was
can't.
forced out of it.
I was forced out of
That's
that
a
one.
beautiful gift from the universe, though.
It was such a gift.
Yeah.
I didn't realize it, but I haven't been on in a year and a half, 2 years. I don't even know how to get on it. I haven't looked at it. Okay, so that's one. Number 2 is because, whenever I go to therapy on Thursdays, 'cause I have Thursday, I have my therapist, and all my pain and all I talk about are comments and direct messages.
Right.
Right? And she was just basically like, we can't do this anymore, so I haven't been doing it.
You haven't been going to therapy, or you haven't been looking at
Both.
Okay.
No, I
We can't do this anymore. I need to stop seeing you, Bobby.
Yeah, and so Saturday night I was in Vegas, and after the show, I was sitting there with Chris Distefano at a bar, and I was looking at for some reason I just got back, just looking at comments because I just performed. No one was, you know what I mean?
Right.
And then I got one. I got, you know what I mean? I fucking hate you from a girl, right? And then it just brought my mood down. So every once in a while, I'll read it. I'll get completely depressed, and I'll go, you know what, dude? Come on, dude. That you asked for that, so don't do it.
Or take your own advice that until people start talking shit to you, you really haven't made it yet.
I think that is honestly, because when I did Rogan like 3 weeks ago, the uptick of negative went up 1,000%.
Oh,
for a week.
When I do Rogan,
He expects that.
I just don't look for. I wait 3 weeks and then I don't even notice.
Yeah.
I don't notice what happens.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
some people, if people like me, they'll DM. I still look at my DM. I shouldn't say that, but like I just won't look because
Yeah.
what do I need it for? It's like it's going to a poison well and taking like a sip of water I already knew was rotten. I already knew what was waiting for me there.
Oh, wow.
And why am I doing this to myself?
So the first time you did Rogan, you probably made a mistake.
Oh yeah, I was like, oh, this is exciting. And
Yeah,
I was
yeah,
like,
yeah.
well, yeah, I am Jewish. Oh, But yeah, there are certain universes that I kind of know. Like when I do it, I'm not necessarily trying to win over the people that I know think I'm a beta cuck bitch. You know, I'm trying to get the people that would be interested in my book or in my upcoming show or whatever.
Right.
And I just will ignore it for a while. But you don't. You do.
I do what?
Yeah. You ignore it.
He's an impulsive person. It's
I'm
part of
trying
what
to.
makes him.
I mean, I'm like you. I'm an addict like you are.
Right.
You know, usually I don't like to talk about other comedy podcasts, but I love scumbags of history. Mother Teresa, Dr. Seuss, Gandhi. Is it possible these enlightened historical figures were total scumbags? That's what comedians and confirmed scumbags Brittany Schmidt and Mateen Stewart tried to decide in Scumbags of History, where they picked through the dirty underwear pile of lesser-known facts about some of the most famous people in society as put on a pedestal. Now, I know both these guys. So Brittany Schmidt and Mateen opened for me in San Jose Improv. They're legit comics. I love them so much.
Scumbags of History is a thoroughly disreputable history lesson on the people you thought you knew from history and some of the scumbaggy things they did that you've never heard about. You can watch video clips of the show on TikTok.
You got to check this out. New episodes are dropping every Monday morning. Look for Scumbags of History anywhere you listen to podcasts.
Which is, I need to convince you.
Oh, you
get
really
back.
want me to go back?
I want you to come back.
He wants you to
Why
come
do
to
you
once
want
a
me?
week.
Why do you want me to come back?
Why don't you want to come back?
They're talking about AA.
Nice.
Okay, this is good. Answer a question with a question.
No, I'll answer to you.
No,
I'll answer.
I can answer too.
Bless you.
Bless you. Okay. Because I think that when I'm just speaking for my own self.
Yeah.
Okay.
By the way, can I say this before you answer?
What?
I think it touches me that you want me to. I don't ever think I'm never feeling insulted by it. I feel like really a warm feeling when you tell me you want me to come, because I feel a warm feeling when you tell me you want me to come, because I'm always just about to bust.
Yeah, because I realize it's not about me.
Yeah.
It's not about I have so many problems with the program.
Yeah.
Maybe he thinks that you need it.
I don't
Oh,
even think
is
that he needs it. I think who needs it are the people that he could save.
Oh, you wanted. So by you getting out of AA, you are now not saving anyone.
Well, I mean,
you're not available. You're not available to be a tool for God.
To be honest with you, that is, there are two things that I really miss about being actively in the program. I'll tell you number two afterwards, but the biggest one is what you're talking about. I feel like my life, although I have a child, and that really takes a giant part of that, which is like she is the person that I'm there to try to teach and help and bring into the world, and along with Natasha. I mean, I'm not teaching you. That's our job together. But that part of my life where it's like I have this mission in life to help people. That's missing in my life in a way that is really melancholy and sad for me, because that was such a giant part of my life for such a long time, feeling like I had a use outside of like my career and my ego and like my own personal needs. I miss having that.
Was it a conscious decision to leave AA?
It was a slow and arduous, very difficult decision. And this maybe I've never explained to you, Bobby. And it's what I write about in the book, and I had a lot of misgivings about even writing this chapter, because I didn't want to be this poisonous seed in somebody's mind because I was big in AA. I wasn't just sober. I was like a little boy king of AA. I was flown around the country. It's where I started comedy, really. Not before
Me
my
too.
first open
Me
mic.
too.
Oh,
Really?
is that right?
too? You
I
spoke?
did it. Yeah, I did a men's meeting when I was 22. Not men's meeting. It was called La Jolla Speaker Meeting on Saturday night. It was in Mount Soledad, and it was like a huge meeting, and they asked me to be the 8-minute speaker.
And is that when you realized you could make people laugh?
I killed. I just
And this is before you did stand up?
Yeah,
That is so cute. You both
killed.
did that.
True for
Like
me.
one time, like I know one joke I did was it's like hundreds and hundreds of people.
Yeah.
And there was a big book on this like podium, and it fell, right? And I went to pick it up, and I stayed down for like 45 seconds.
You're doing physical material?
And then I finally brought it up. I got it. You know what I mean? And he got a huge laugh. He'd be like, as if I was like down there like in a well or something. Like I just took my instincts on it. And then I remember after that meeting, somebody went, I've been watching you speak at meetings, and you got to try it.
You got to try stand-up.
Stand up, yeah. So
That's so fascinating.
that's same with you.
It's true
probably.
for me too.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't as direct a connection. Nobody was like, "You should do stand up."
Yeah.
because
we still don't. But anyway,
Ouch.
you're the one of the best.
But I was like this guy that would be flown because I got sober very young. I got sober when I was 15, and I got out of rehab for the third time at 15. And I went to a young people's meeting, and I was the youngest person in the young people's meeting by at least 5 years. For the first 5 years, I was sober. So I had this like mascot energy for a long time. All these old people were like, "Oh, we're so proud of you," and then I started to take on that role, and it just became this. I became a fundamentalist.
So for you, AA, it's like shedding old skin.
I wouldn't say it quite like that. Like, it became my religion, and I really fully believed in it. Like, I was hardcore, and I was more hardcore, I think, than you, Bobby. I think I
Probably.
I don't mean that like as an insult. I think it's a more mature relationship to 12 steps in AA to like have a struggle with it. But I was so young, I didn't have the intellectual fortitude to struggle, to go, I don't know what I believe. I believed everything, and I was in. And then fast forward like 15 years, I was, 30 years old, and I was sober for a long time, and I started to have these like this little seed of doubt. I mean, it started with a positive spiritual kind of desire to change. I was this person I was super judgmental and super hardcore about AA, and I would always tell people what to do, and I wanted to like change that because I could feel myself alienating the people around me. And I went to this guy, this like hippie sponsor, and I was like, "Can you help me change my judgment of other people?" And he goes, "Well, what would it be like if you never commented on another person's behavior ever?" And it sent a chill down my spine. Like, I thought, children will die. The kids are going to die.
Yeah.
If I'm not there, the kids will die.
Yeah.
And he goes, just ask yourself this question: does it need to be said? Does it need to be said by me? Does it need to be said now? And so I started doing this spiritual experiment of keeping my mouth shut. And at first I would see things that were wrong, and I'd be about to say something, and I'd like look at my hippie sponsor, and he'd like shake his dreadlocks, no, and I would stop, and I go, okay, these kids are gonna die. And then 6 months went by, and I would see the behavior, I'd be like, that's wrong, but I don't need to say anything, but I know that person's gonna die without, it's not my business. And then 6 more months went by, and I looked at the behavior, and I was like, oh, it's not wrong anymore. I don't even care anymore. I don't wanna say it anymore. So that was like a giant spiritual.
This is a nice speech you could be telling Bobby's AA meeting. Maybe
here's-
help some of these kids.
Well, here's the second half of the speech.
Okay.
Yeah.
The problem was that experiment of changing myself and softening myself and realizing I didn't know everything. It started to be it was the beginning of this little thread that got pulled in that fundamentalism. And I realized like if one thing I didn't believe wasn't true, then it started to kind of unravel, and the whole thing started to feel like maybe none of it's
What?
true, or maybe some of it's true. What's that?
No, keep going.
Is it too long?
No, I love it.
No. Oh, okay.
I think he's saying
But your thought processes is like I relate to. Go ahead. Keep
like
going.
the unraveling, that's
Yeah.
depressing.
Yeah,
You're
yeah,
basically saying
Yeah,
the
I understand where you. Yeah.
But the problem wasn't AA. The problem was my fundamentalism in it. When you're a fundamentalist, it means all of it has to be true or none of it is true. And if I could have...
I had the same exact thoughts you did until I relapsed.
Right, I hear you.
Okay, and you haven't done that. I don't want you to do it.
Was that recently?
Oh yeah, I did it a couple of times.
Right.
Yeah, so and the last time I did it,
You
because
realized how important it is to have them there.
it's not even just that. I got sober when I was 17, like you. In
Right,
fact,
no.
yeah. I stayed sober for 13 years after that.
Yeah.
Okay, and then I went out, then stayed sober 17, went out a couple times. But those last time I went out, none of those things really mattered to me. What I was like, oh, I'm gonna die, right? And I don't know how to stop. And it always was true what AA was saying, which I didn't even realize. I mean,
Yeah.
you do realize it, but when you're actually in the behavior, it's like, oh fuck, it is a disease. I can't stop. There's nothing I can do. I'm in this fucking hole, right?
Right.
And so this last time that I got sober, I was just like, I just have to just show up,
Yeah.
right, and listen to somebody else, and I ask questions, and I go, what do I need to do to stay here? And I'm just like I did when I was a kid, just following direction from my sponsor. Although I should call him more often, but it's like and I realized that I gotta help other people because when I'm not doing that, Moshe, I'm so miserable because of this business too.
Yes.
But are you saying that like if you're not this like fundamentalist about it, if you're not black and white or all in, that you will relapse? Are you somebody who are like,
No, I mean, all those thought processes is just I don't even want to think that way. It's just like, I'm going to stay sober. Right, it's simplicity.
yeah.
I'm going to stay sober today, right now, right? I'm going to do a little prayer. I'm going to show up to this meeting, even if I don't want to go, right? And I want to just see what happens. I just can't even go there.
But let me
Go
say,
ahead.
I love AA.
I love you.
No, I love you too. But I love.
I love you.
No, can I just say I love catching the COVID virus from a toe. Like that's something that I.
Yeah.
No, I love AA. This isn't. I'm not an anti-AA person. It saved my life. There's no question in my mind that it saved my life. I got friends that are dead. I got friends that are in prison over relapses and over never getting sober. I still live my life according to the principles I learned in AA. There's no part of me that's like shaking my fist at AA and going, "That's bullshit." I'm glad I got out.
Parents who've recently died from overdoses.
I do. Yeah.
Wow.
I had a dear friend that was sober for a long time that decided not to be anymore. That's dead and recently. And this isn't about being anti-AA at all. Was really my journey was really about like what was true for me, and what was true for me was I would go to meetings and I would be more agitated when I left them than when I got there.
Do me a favor.
Yeah.
Come this Wednesday.
Well, here's the thing. Do you believe?
Just come this Wednesday.
No, I'm curious. Do you believe? I'm not afraid.
I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid either.
You're afraid of me, and I always. You were terrified.
Although the other night, the last time I saw you perform, I had a difficult time following you.
Oh, Bobby.
And I told her, I go, Moshe was on fire. You're on fire.
Well, welcome to the club.
That's part of your drama, Bobby.
True.
You always have to have some like crazy reason that that's what propels you.
What do you mean? Stop. Hold on. What the fuck? What the fuck?
You always
do you mean?
You're like
lady.
You're like John Belushi. You know, like how he would like tell everyone he's like, oh, I didn't work on my lines. I'm gonna fucking eat it.
It's annoying.
And then he'd get up on
so
stage and be
annoying.
like, yeah! And then he gets like, and all the other castmates were like, oh, damn, I didn't even try that hard because I felt bad for him, but he was actually killing.
That's like right on the frick. That is bullseye, Natasha.
It's not.
Yeah.
Because I'll tell you, the day he did MGM with Bert and Tom over the weekend for
And he was
Super
before,
Bowl.
he's like, oh my God.
Right. Oh no, the whole exactly.
He's in the fetal position.
I mean, he was like, they're gonna boo me. And sure enough, he doesn't get booed. And then the text after that, later that night.
Please, if you say this out loud, we're ending the podcast. You're no longer my host. That's a private test between you and I. You're going to be no longer my host, and I may never even talk to you ever again.
Edit it out.
No, you cannot say it. I cannot have them hear a private text.
I don't think they'd be surprised.
I already know what the text is. I already know because I already know what it is. If you tell them,
Why don't you tell us?
There we go.
Oh, yeah.
You own the power in this.
Yeah, grab it.
all right, but can I say because it's just I only said it to bother her.
Okay.
All right.
Interesting motivation.
It wasn't something that was going to be said out loud.
Yeah.
It was just, I know this is going to bother her.
Don't forget the all caps part, okay?
Okay. Why don't you say it then? Why don't you say it?
I'm so famous.
I'll let it sink in.
You are famous.
And that was after the, oh my
Jaime,
God, I'm
Jaime.
going to bomb.
I'm gonna bomb. They're gonna hate me.
What made you feel? That's such a funny reaction. It's not. It went really well. I killed so hard. It was like, what happened? You walked out and people screamed a lot.
Well, no, it's actually
Shut up.
followed
No, I'm
by a
serious.
video
So
of
the
himself.
way you said it, what?
This is the I'm so famous was followed by you sent me a video of the crowd going wild when they brought you out,
That's a
and
good
then
feeling.
followed by I'm so famous.
Okay, I don't want that out there. You see how gross?
But he might be saying it to say that's the only reason why he did well. You know, it's still like self-effacing.
yeah.
So, Natasha, man, I say, you're my inner voice, dude. Thank you so much for that.
She'll always say about you that you'll get off stage and have just crushed. By the way, you're hard to follow.
No, but there are different types of
And
comedians.
then Bobby will come off stage having crushed and go, oh, they sucked.
Yeah.
Wait, is it better to be that guy or like bomb and go, I killed?
Yeah.
Like, which guy would I rather be? They're both annoying, but which one would you want me to be?
It's interesting. It's like a psychological profile.
Yeah.
Which direction would you like to be delusional in?
Yeah.
I guess what would you rather? I would rather be.
I'd rather not be bragging to people.
I would rather get off stage having just eaten shit and been like, that went pretty well. That felt
I
good.
think that's called the Dunning-Kruger effect, right, George?
You're doing,
Why do you always look at me when you do that?
It's thinking you're a lot better than.
no, I call it the
actually
George Kimmel effect.
No, it's called the Planet of the Apes effect.
I always think that I'm doing worse than I am.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
Always.
thank you. That's what I'm doing.
I think
That's what I'm
But
doing.
not everybody does that. Moshe doesn't do that.
Yes, he does. So you went up before me. I'm telling you, you slaughtered in
was
the main
good. It
room.
was a good set.
You know you did, right?
Yeah, it was
But
great.
when I told you that, you're like, and you brushed me by.
Well, because I knew because
you're doing the fucking same thing.
no, I was filtering it through the information that I know about you, which is that you were like thinking, what about me?
No, it wasn't.
You said, I don't know how to get. What am I going to do now? I'm like, Bobby, you're one of the strongest comedians I know. I think you're going to be okay. And then you get up and you start crushing.
No, but you were making me mad.
Why? What?
You're both going to make me mad. No, I
complimenting
know
you.
you're really going to make me mad. You're both going to make me mad. You're making me mad. Okay.
I'm never going back to AA, no matter what you say right now. No, I got an offer for you.
Okay.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is that I feel like you guys do the same thing in your own way.
I think probably everybody does.
Everyone
right?
does it in their own way, and honestly, it puts a cringe down my spine when I say that out loud. Even when I'm like, oh, I'm not going to do well, and I do well. It's gross, and I'm well aware of it.
I think it's more like it's self-protecting, right?
Right.
Yeah.
If you say it's going to go bad and it goes, what you can only win. You can
Yeah.
either be right or
Yeah.
you want or you.
Who
plug.
cares? Fuck it. Let's just move on.
All right, I got an offer.
What's the
I'll
offer?
go to your meeting with you for 6 months if you record a hour special.
Yeah, I'm going to do one.
Oh, damn it!
I'm already doing one.
Got him.
Oh wait, you're already booked.
I mean, I'm talking to people right now.
Talking to, all right. She wants me to go so bad. Here's the one thing. I'm not. This is true. I haven't been to a meeting in 7 years or
Yeah.
something. I'm not miserable or crazy.
You're not. I already told you it's not about you.
No, I feel you on that. That's a good point.
Yeah,
I think that's
you
a
have
good
a
point.
lot of time.
Oh.
And I need people,
Right.
you know what I mean, with time at that meeting because I have a lot of newcomers.
But I don't believe in some of the fundamental principles of the program.
Neither do
anymore.
I.
So how do you? I found this experience really.
You have more authority because you've been sober for so long.
But I feel like I'm a poisonous message in AA because these.
Do you
days.
think that AA is just so like unshakable that they're unwilling to change or make these changes within?
I want to move on
And
from
who
AA.
makes- who
I don't
calls-
know. You know what I mean? I don't know if people want to hear an AA hour fucking.
I know, but who
podcast,
makes those decisions? Like, hey, we're going to change this part about
Nobody.
this thing.
Nobody.
It's like who
That's
makes
the
the decisions in changing religions?
Right. It happens.
That's what it is.
slowly.
You're
It happens.
right.
It's
slowly.
etched in
They
stone.
probably just branch off and start another.
It happens
religion,
slowly and it
right?
happens culturally over a long period of time. And honestly, yeah, we can move on. Honestly, one reason.
Yeah, we brought them some secrets, honey.
Oh yeah, that's true.
I don't want to force you to go. I'm just saying that, like,
You just want on a big platform to publicly pressure me with.
That's true.
No,
let's move on.
Yeah, okay, we're moving
What are the secrets? What are the secrets?
Oh,
Okay, well, we have a podcast, the Endless Honeymoon podcast,
Yeah.
and people call in and leave their deepest, darkest secrets.
Yeah.
you guys came on.
You're right. We did.
And we wanted to maybe play some secrets.
Oh, you wanna
Or
hear
play
a couple secrets?
secret and maybe hear what you guys think about it.
Okay.
Please.
It's a secret between who?
They call in. We have a secrets hotline, and people call in. They leave their deep dark secrets.
Yeah.
On our secrets hotline.
Okay.
And
That's just
there it is.
Okay.
Okay. There we are with.
Wait,
who is that?
but we're
Oh, Esther.
Oh, that's Johnny Pemberton and Esther, and
like
look at us,
Johnny.
and we're Frenching. All right. I think you might like this one.
Okay.
You want dirty one?
Yeah, I love dirties.
Okay. All right. Let's see here.
This is the Endless Honeymoon podcast. Natasha and Moshe.
Yeah.
Shah.
Okay.
Natasha and Moshe
Okay.
How do you pronounce your last name, Natasha?
Leggero.
Leggero.
Yeah.
Do you know how to pronounce either of my names, Moshe or Kasher? It's
Yeah.
too late. I let it go. Okay. All right.
I used
Okay. Here we go. Let's.
Yeah.
You're just gonna play it like that?
Well, how else?
Okay.
We'll send you the
Yeah.
file if this bit kills, we'll send you the file.
Hey, Tosh.
Can you hear that?
Yeah.
So, I have a secret. About little less than 3 years ago, I started just randomly waking up with my neck cramping really bad.
Okay.
And didn't think it was a big deal. Didn't think anything of it at first. But it very quickly started getting worse. And I was having tightness in my throat to the point where I was having trouble swallowing, and more foods were too hard for me. Then all of a sudden, I got to a day where it was so bad that I literally couldn't get anything down except for liquid. I had already been to the doctor, and I was like, all right, I have to figure out what's wrong here. So I tried to think what had changed recently, and it hit me that shortly before my neck problems had started, I had bought myself, for the first time ever, a pocket pussy, and I became instantly addicted. I use it every day, usually several times, and we're not talking quickies here. I was using it excessively. So I thought maybe I should stop using it for a couple days. I did, and sure enough, I felt better. And then, so I wouldn't be tempted, I just chucked it. And within the next month or two, I was 100% back to normal. And now to this day, I have family members who will ask me, oh, what do you think happened? What was it that caused your neck problems? And I have to pretend I don't know because I can't tell them that it was actually because I was jerking off too hard. Okay. That's it.
I know you probably have never had a pocket pussy, right?
I have all of them.
Do you really?
Yeah, he's got like the model
Every
from like
brand,
79.
every electrical brand.
He has a
Yeah.
homemade one from a Pringles can.
Yeah.
I can make them from
Fifi.
Pringles cans. Yeah.
Fifi. You know they call that in prison. They call it Fifi.
Yeah, I have Fifis. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
is that like high level contraband? Like that like goes for a lot in prison?
What I remember you would do in rehab, they would teach you to this is old school before they created the vibratory ones. You would get a surgical glove. You would put Vaseline in it and then warm it in hot water, and then you would take the thin mattress of a rehab, fold it in two, take the surgical glove over the fold, and then fuck the mattress.
Similar concept with the Pringles.
Yeah, same. Yeah.
Yeah.
Surgical
Except
mask
you
is
just
very
add the
important.
sponge.
Oh,
Yeah, we have
a sponge
sponges.
around
We have
it.
two like
Yeah.
dish sponges.
I feel
why
like
are you so
shouldn't have
involved?
this information.
You're like
I mean, he's
involved in
only-
the architecture of it. Like,
I've done
He's just-
videos on showing how
He's
people
done like
Sewing it for him.
he's done DIYs on this.
I
It's
have.
like it's like
Really?
it
is this a
emblazoned
known?
in my
This is a
brain.
known thing about you.
Oh,
What's it not a no? What do you mean a known
It's a
thing?
known
Well, you guys,
thing.
you have multiples. Do you use them regularly?
What?
The pocket pussies.
I have a new thing, and it's a new thing.
What is
I'm in the future, Dad.
Yeah, his
What is it?
contraptions are like
It's a new
pretty
thing.
impressive.
What is it? You won't tell us?
I know what it is, AI.
No, it's not. What do you mean AI? Like a
Like
robot
you
up
fuck
there?
a robot.
No. It's not that expensive. What I have now is a ring. Mm-hmm. I can go up there and bring it down, but
I'm
it's
good.
what do you mean?
Yeah. What do you mean? Why don't you
What
want
do
to
you-
see the thing that Bobby
You don't have to
jerks off
touch
with?
it.
Because I know Bobby, when he's explaining it, he's gonna want to show.
No, I'm not going to
you.
show how it. I could use my finger and you anyway. But my point is,
Okay.
this.
What do you
It's
do?
a ring.
It's
Is
like
it rubbery?
it's like a little ring.
Okay.
And it's like a rubbery ring, and on the like it's like imagine. Oh, you know who? What's the guy's name from the Avengers?
Tony-
The main,
Tony-
the bad
Tony's-
guy.
Oh,
with the glove.
Oh, Thanos.
Thanos, right? You know how big his fingers are?
Yeah.
It's like it looks like something that he would wear, like a wedding ring or whatever.
Right.
You know what I mean? Or a promise ring.
So it's just like a cock ring.
It's a cock ring, no, it's more than a cock ring.
What does it do? I don't.
It vibrates.
Yeah, it's a
It just
vibrating
shakes.
cock
But it's also it's got little buttons on it. And
Little- for the clitoris.
it's for the clitoris. But let me
We don't call it that.
let me finish. Okay.
Okay.
So there's one setting where it goes. Like, I'm going to just do the sound.
Okay.
Okay.
That's like main sound all the way through. There's no breaks on it. The second sound is really hard. That really fucking burns.
Yeah.
Right? Your eyes go back. And you know what I mean? Right? Then the third one's even more powerful. Right? But then it goes into rhythms.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
interesting.
Imagine
Gotta be.
bongo drums, you know?
Electric Daisy
And
Carnival.
does it have like? Do you have to move it, or you just set it on your dick?
Here's what you're supposed I don't know why I'm going to explain this. So anyway, this is the pianist, okay?
Okay.
Scout's honor.
Mine's
Right. And so this thing is supposed to go on the bottom
right.
for the clitoris. That's not what I do, baby.
Right. You don't care about the clitoris. You just found out about it.
Yeah, about the clitoris?
Yeah. This year I heard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know what it was called, but now the clitoris. But now what I do is I wrap it on the head, right? On a lower frequency. Then I use my hand on the bottom,
You just put your hand on the shaft.
on the shaft of it.
Okay.
So the top is vibrating.
Yeah.
But I have the motion.
Huh.
And you also put a little bit of lube. It's waterproof.
Yeah.
A little bit, so it doesn't hurt, like scrape or.
And do you think it's safer in terms of neck injuries?
Well, I think what he's doing is like.
I feel like he might have
whiplash.
been eating out the pocket pussy.
Yeah.
Like I bought a
something.
pocket pussy to learn how to eat pussy.
Yeah.
and it was hours a day.
My mom still cleans Bobby's house.
Oh, yeah.
And I've had to like very explicitly tell her, like, those things that you see in his bathroom, his bedroom, do not touch them. She was like, oh, I've been cleaning them meticulously.
Oh,
for, like,
that's why I love her.
She's like, I love Pringles. I didn't. They're delicious.
she just didn't know what they were, so she'd be cleaning his pocket
that?
pussies. And
Yeah.
I was like, Ma, you can't touch that. That's disgusting.
I kind of want to go down and bring some of them down.
Yeah, you should.
Can I?
I want to
Yeah,
see
yeah,
you.
Yeah, I'm gonna just come on. Let me just bring some of them down.
Also, boundaries. Your
No
mom's
boundaries.
cleaning his house.
Yeah, she's like, Bobby, I think you need to hire a someone new, and
third
she's
party.
like, no.
Third party.
Bobby's like, I refuse. It's a whole thing.
I got one once from a comedy festival. They like gave us a fleshlight.
The fleshlights.
And I
yeah.
tried it, and I thought, this is absurd. Like, I don't understand why I needed equipment for this thing I've been doing so well for so long on my own.
And did you love it?
No, it just felt like, I guess, but I wasn't doing, sounds like Bobby's taken the technology to another level.
Yeah,
Well, also it seems more clean to not have like jizzing in this like deep dark tennis can.
Right.
You know,
and
like-
he's just not someone who's gonna do like aftercare on his pocket pussy.
Right.
Oh, you think it's like crusted up?
Oh my God, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, really?
Every guy's
he's
is.
yeah, he's not a guy who'll bring you a warm towel. Like, what do you think he's gonna do with a pocket pussy? He's just gonna let it there. Like,
So when it crusts over the top, he knows it's full, and then he takes it
yeah,
to a dry
he probably
cleaner.
just buys a new one. He probably just tosses it and gets a new one.
Charming.
There's a ton here.
Okay, here we go.
That's where.
Look at him, like, just
Look how excited
so
he is.
proud of your toys.
Okay, I mean,
Oh God.
He's got that walk. It's like walks in like,
Are these clean?
okay.
Blow Pro. I love
no,
the name Blow Pro.
Yeah, are they clean?
wow.
But this one's a little
But you
like
gotta charge them.
oily.
Okay.
Oh my
Oh,
God.
Right.
wow.
So this
My
is
God.
Bobby.
okay. Good.
Okay, good.
Oh, Jesus.
So this one right here, right? This is how you turn it like this. So it has this motion.
So you stick your dick in that.
What do you think? he
What do you
does?
do with it? Just look
Talking about a little ring.
like it's a lava lamp. Ooh, trippy. No, and this one has different
And
controls.
is this like 100% you'll come?
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
Everything's 100% you'll come.
yeah, 100%.
Are you on your back?
What
or
do you mean?
you try to like fuck it down?
No. Oh, I've never tried that.
Oh, doggy style?
Oh yeah. You. No, this one comes with a mount
You should. Oh, really?
on the wall. Yeah,
Like
you
a
could-
tripod
Like
mount?
a tripod mount.
No, like
yeah.
you can like spin on it. Like,
So anyway, there's that.
You know what he screams when he comes?
Yeah.
I'm so fucking famous.
I wish. You know.
Dude,
Wait, so-
don't ever mount that. If someone saw,
is
if
so-
someone came over and saw that you mounted your pocket pussy as a permanent fixture.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
This is it.
okay, this is interesting.
Why?
Which it's just
Bigger
like,
than I thought.
Yeah. So you press this.
Oh, I can hear it from
I can
here.
hear from the
Yeah.
table.
That's like
Whoa.
that hurts. Higher.
That's intense.
Ow. Now this rhythmic.
That feels good. I
The
like
rhythmic
that. I like.
is fun.
I'm in the rhythmic.
Right. So you have it here on the tip. Like
I kind of want to try one.
right, and you just jerk off this.
Yeah.
Oh my! You're not
do
gonna.
they have different
What's the
size
company?
holes?
Moshe,
What's the company?
why do you need that?
Yeah.
Promote it, right?
Wet vibe.
Hey, Wet Vibe, if you're out there listening, go ahead. Actually, Bobby, could I borrow that one?
Oh, hold on.
Come on, dude. We're
Do you
friends.
put, do you
I'll-
put
I'll
lube
come to
on
the
it?
I'll buy you one.
I'll come to the meeting
Tomorrow when you
when
go.
you let me borrow yours.
No. If you come to the meeting, I'll have a brand new one. I'll have a brand new one for you.
Wait, now I know it's called wet vibe. Do you add lube or does it not need lube?
I do a little bit. Yeah.
Are you circumcised?
Of course. Thank you. Yes, I'm an American. Yes.
Oh, you're an American.
Yeah,
What do you mean? Is that a private? What?
Is yours?
What do you mean?
Is yours?
Don't
Is
you
yours?
think- don't you
Is
think-
yours?
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
Don't you think we're past that?
Yeah.
He brings out his pocket pussy, and you're like, oh, sure, that's a little forward.
Yeah.
I have a question about the Jewish community. Are they still super hardcore into circumcision?
Oh, yeah. I would
Yeah.
say it's one
Same
of the
with the
prime.
Filipinos,
It's one of
yeah.
the prime. Oh, really? Filipinos are?
Yeah,
into that?
you're basically humiliated as a kid if you're not circumcised.
Oh shit.
Yeah, but I
Interesting.
But also, most people in where I'm from in Illinois were circumcised.
America.
Really?
In America. Everywhere else in the world. I'm surprised to hear the Philippines.
Catholic,
is not
very Catholic.
Very West.
Are you circumcised?
No, you know I'm not.
Yeah, you're not.
Yeah, but he wasn't born and raised there.
Right.
But it is
You
very.
have skin above it.
Oh, it feels great.
Yeah, that's
You
right
love
here.
it.
It's great.
It's a wet vibe.
You love it. Oh, it's a wet vibe.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
a-
it's
Free wet vibe.
That's
Free
really
wet vibe.
Wait, you don't need to use lube when you have that big old mound?
No.
You don't use lube at all.
No.
When you jerk off, you just do the.
Why are we
sheet.
talking about this?
Yeah, because
hot.
it's a built-in
we went from
pocket
AA
pussy.
to this. What the fuck?
It's a built-in pocket pussy.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I'm very like anti. I used to be like only cut,
Same.
only cut, but then now I'm.
You want it all.
Yeah.
Natasha, do you use a vibrator?
No, I don't.
You've never used one.
Not really.
Yeah.
I mean, I have before,
Yeah.
but yeah, I've never really needed that.
Me too.
No, I know that she has you, but there's times.
No. Do you know who used a vibrator? And
Your mom.
my mother. And I know the brand. It was a Hitachi Magic Wand because she had.
He loves those.
My-
My
She's
mother-
deaf, so she would do it really loud
Yeah,
and groan.
it's the loudest vibrator on the market, but my
my
mom has no
God.
relationship to the concept of sound, and so my childhood was spent like walking by. My
Anyone
mom.
listening, she's deaf.
She's deaf. Yeah.
Yeah.
I would walk by my mom's room and I would hear this like. and she had it.
And her moaning, right?
Yeah, and she had it displayed. It was on top of her bed. I'd be like, Mom, it's on. Put it in a fucking drawer. That's why they invented drawers.
But she's very sex positive. She's from the
Yeah.
Bay Area, and she like, when I first started dating Moshe, she would see a picture of lingerie, and she'd be like, "You buy this for Moshe? This would turn him on."
That's so fucking funny.
And I would just be like,
That's my wingman right there.
wow.
Yeah.
And your dad knew about this vibrator?
Well, my stepfather. For
Your
sure.
stepfather.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, so your dad passed?
My dad's dead. Yeah.
Oh, don't say it like
Well,
that.
he died last week. It's just weird that you would bring it up. So
no,
casually.
he's been dead for a long time.
For how long?
Natasha.
For how long has he been dead?
For 24 years.
Wait, so your dad was deaf as well, right?
That's right. But he's not deaf anymore.
He's dead.
He's dead, but he can hear me now. And he loves this podcast.
Yeah, oh, Wait, so they got a divorce?
They got divorced when I was 9 months old, and my mom took me to Oakland, where I was raised, and my dad became like a born again Hasidic Jew. So they were like weird freaks and beatniks in New York, and then my mom left him, and then he married up with a woman from like the Hasidic community, and they went. I would fly back home to see my dad and like cosplay as an extra on Fiddler on the Roof for 6 weeks a year. Like, that was my childhood.
And your mom married your stepdad is he deaf as well or not?
No, he can hear.
He can hear. I see.
Yeah,
But they met in like sign language classes.
that's right.
Oh, they did.
Yeah,
He was
Wow.
like hot for deaf women.
yeah.
But that's a thing,
Very-
probably.
It is a thing. It's a specific kind of thing.
Yeah. Huh. That's interesting. But so you call him dad?
No, I call him Larry.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So Larry heard your mom with the vibes. He didn't care.
I mean, I'm sure Larry was involved, right?
right. Or
Larry had to have been.
Or Larry could
Super
get one of
into-
these.
Oh, Larry, I should buy one for
Hey,
Larry.
get Larry one of these.
You were super into the Hitachis too, right?
Wait, you used them?
Yeah.
Ew.
Yeah.
What do you mean? How?
What do you mean? I would rub it against the head. Let me say something, okay?
Yeah.
Say it.
Hey, you gotta send me the link.
I know.
Passionate as
I'm gonna
you
get you
can
one
be.
too, dude. When's your birthday, Jaime?
Cinco de Mayo.
Cinco de Mayo?
It is.
The 5th of May.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no way that Wet Love, whatever it's called, is not going to sponsor you and send you like 5 free ones.
Yeah. So
Wet love.
Or what's
Yeah.
it called?
Wet love.
Wet vibe.
Wet vibe.
Wet
it's got,
vibe. Wet
it's got
vibe.
wet vibe. Yeah.
Wet
I'm sure
vibe.
there are better. But like the vibe. So here's the thing.
Yeah.
What did I used to get on the road? Well, I would go to fucking CVS or Walgreens.
Unisong?
On the- What? No, I would get the gigantic
Yeah,
back massager.
the back massager.
with the 3 prongs.
3 prongs. What do you mean?
Like
It
there's
would just
3
be
balls.
the thick
3
head
balls,
this
yeah.
way.
It's
the
for your
3
back.
Oh,
balls.
I see. I see it.
Right.
Yeah.
So
You'd get that as a
I would put that
vibrator?
against my dick.
Wait, do you masturbate like OG style still, or
What the fuck?
like Pioneer style, like hand, just regular?
Yeah.
You still
I
do
call
that?
it Abe Lincoln style. I do Abe Lincoln.
Yeah.
I do Abe Lincoln style all the time. You know what I mean?
With just a handful of fat back.
Yeah. But I also do. But for some reason, I've always been into vibrations.
Interesting.
It is very interesting, and no one else. I've never seen a guy who goes, "Me too." I was like, I'm the only one.
I personally don't like plugging in sex toys or
interesting.
charging drug paraphernalia.
Right.
It's all kind of like, do we have to do that?
Could I ask Natasha some questions? I was a lot about like AA. Can I? May I?
Yes.
You're acting a lot.
Yeah, I guess. Is that a
Every time, no,
question?
every time I
Are we on a
bring,
press junket?
no, because every time I bring it up, you have this like you just kind of negate it and you put pressure.
No, yeah, I'm acting a lot.
Yeah.
I just wrote a book recently.
What's it called?
The World Deserves My Children.
Yes.
It was just re-released on paperback.
Yeah.
I'm touring right now.
This is very organic.
I have
Wait, Natasha, you mentioned touring. Where are you touring? What stops are you making?
Yeah.
honestly, I don't really remember, but if you go to my website, I'm going
Go to Natasha's
Chicago,
website.
going to Tempe.
And are you guys both in Chelsea's movie or just you?
Just her.
So you're in Chelsea.
Tacoma.
You're in Chelsea Peretti's movie.
Yes, I'm in Chelsea's movie. It was just at the Santa Barbara Film Festival.
Right. Okay. And I'm going to say something very uncomfortable. I wasn't going to bring it up to both of you.
This is exciting.
Yeah, and I don't want to get in a fight with it. And this is my observation.
Yeah.
What?
I'm scared.
Don't be scared.
What is it? Is this a hot take?
No, it's not a hot take. It's I don't want to get in a fight with about it. I'm going to say what I just want to say. You guys know, both of you, you guys are in the cool group.
The cool group.
Oh.
Cool group of
This
what?
is part of Bobby, like
His member.
It's not my thing. No, it's not.
negging himself.
It's not. No, it's not. No, it's not. I don't even know what that means.
You don't know what negging means?
I do, but my point is that it's not not what I'm doing.
I believe this idea of the cool group in comedy.
Yeah.
And this is not an insult, but I think that you are using outdated information.
I'm not.
I think there is.
I'm using facts.
I think there is
my
no
God.
cool group.
Oh my God, what?
These are not facts.
They are facts.
I think the notion.
There it is. It's a fact.
No, I think the notion of cool in stand up
Yeah.
is a product of the early to mid 2000s, and that if you look at what's the fact that you were in Vegas in front of how many people?
Oh yeah, that was a
Yeah, but we're the.
Oh, but no, how many people? 30,000 or
15.
15,000 people. That's it.
Oh my God. But see, this is what's wrong. Comedians, they beat themselves up. That's just you giving yourself bruises and
Okay, I think that maybe you're right. There's a little.
yourself.
Not being mean, but no, I'm not being mean to myself. I know who I am.
You're
and
like
I'm so very.
50,000
I am the wet vibe king.
I mean, that is so to say that 15,000 seats is not a lot of seats.
No, it is
or
a lot.
Not enough seats.
It
And I've
is.
heard you say the same about 5,000 seats, and it's just it just starts to be.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Come on.
You really believe it a little bit.
No, but
You
I'll
really
tell
beat
you
yourself
why
up.
though. Can I tell you why?
Yeah.
Okay, fine. Then I have to go pick up my kid.
All right, we will. All right. So last thing I want to say.
Yeah.
Okay. Is that Chelsea's an old friend of mine, Peretti.
She loves you.
I love her too. But 3 or 4 years ago, I asked her to do TigerBelly, this podcast, and she wouldn't do it. And so then it's
Maybe she wasn't doing podcasts right
Also,
then.
she was a new mommy at that time.
Yeah, ask her again.
Yeah.
She has her own podcast she might want to talk about on.
I'm kind of coming over to Natasha's side here. The fact that someone said she couldn't do your podcast 3 years ago and you translated that as, I get it. I'm not in the cool group. That's fine. I'll just sit over here in the non-cool group. Instead of being like, maybe she was busy. I'll ask her again.
You're right. You're right. You're absolutely. You gonna come Wednesday?
It's a wet vibe, bro.
It'll be a
That'll prove to me that you're not in the cool group.
I think cool doesn't even exist anymore. I think the only,
I'll text you.
I think the only thing that exists is like the internet, and I think that the whole idea of cool kids in comedy, that's shattered. And
I know it is.
I just think
I was just kidding.
Moshe said something really depressing the other day.
What?
He said cool's not in style, just being young.
young is in style. Yeah,
That is
Interesting.
depressing.
It's pretty depressing.
it's true.
Yeah.
It's true to you because you're toxic, not toxically, but you are.
I'm a toxic partner.
No, but
that's what you always call me.
Yeah.
you are chronically online.
Right.
And online youth is bigger than in real life.
I guess that's true. Yeah. Oh, Subculture Vulture, my new book.
Moshe has a new book,
out
Subculture
now.
Vulture. It's out now.
I talk about this AA stuff. Am I grappling with it? It's basically like each of the 6 worlds that I lived in.
Look. The cool group. Dax Shepard, Nick Kroll, John Mulaney, Chainsmokers. I get it.
He doesn't even want to read it.
Look, I take. It's basically the 6 worlds that have created me: deafness and sign language interpreting, AA and the 12 steps,
Yeah.
Hasidic Judaism,
Yeah.
stand-up comedy, Burning Man, and the rave scene. And it's like a history and a comedy and a memoir all in one. I'm super proud of it. I
Moshe's
love
an
it.
amazing writer. I've read it. It's
New York
so
Times
funny.
liked it. I got a good review.
It's gonna be great. And
It
I want
is.
people to.
It's here.
I want people to listen and watch.
Yeah. Can I?
Is there a audiobook on that?
Yeah.
And you do the thing?
I did it. Actually, I did it. There's a funny factoid
Yeah.
is that I did it all except for 2 lines because there was a part in there where I talked about when I stopped using the N word because I was like a wannabe as a kid and I
Yeah.
used to think I had a pass.
Yeah.
And my friend Larry one day threw me up against a wall and took away my pass.
Yeah.
And this really it was at an AA meeting. He literally threw me up against a wall. He's like, you need to stop talking like that.
Yeah.
But he didn't say it like that. He used the N word and
Yeah.
and
Is Larry
explained-
black? Hopefully he's black.
Larry was black. I should clarify.
Thank
So
God.
Larry was black, and he's like, "You got to stop talking like that." I was like, "Oh no, I don't mean anything by it. That's just some North Oakland shit." He's like, "Stop talking like that too. You're not from North Oakland. You're from Northern Oakland."
Wow.
And I was like, I can't read these lines. I can put an asterisk in the text, but I
Yeah.
can't actually read it in the audiobook. I go, I need Samuel L. Jackson or a famous black comic.
does it?
But I'm not going to call a comic and go, "Hey, would you come into an audio session to say the N word twice?"
Yeah.
So I thought, who should it be? And then I go, well, what about Larry? What about real Larry? I hadn't talked to him in 25 years.
Wow.
I looked up Larry. Thank God for Facebook. In every way, I support them politically.
Yeah.
And I found Larry, and Larry, randomly, first time in his life, came into a voiceover studio in Oakland
That's
and read
amazing.
2 lines. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Amazing.
Yeah, it's
Amazing.
pretty cool.
So, you guys want to plug anything else?
Oh yeah, I got some stand-up dates coming up.
Yeah,
Actually, I'll be in Tacoma the first weekend in March, March 1st and 2nd. Madison the 14th through the 16th. And
Comedy on State?
Comedy on State. I'm
Yeah.
excited to go back to that. And then I'm doing that Netflix is a Joke Festival May the 12th at the Troubadour. So any of those
Amazing.
in Los Angeles, any of those, I would love to see people and see them come out. See the terrifying, intimidating comedic beast that I am to Bobby Lee.
So good. You both are great.
I'm going to be in Chicago, Tempe,
Yeah.
Tacoma, my homeland, Brea, California. And also check out our podcast, the Endless Honeymoon podcast.
Yeah, we don't just have secrets. We also do relationship advice, and people call in.
They're
We got-
going to watch.
God, I really wish I had asked you more questions, relationship advice, actually.
Yeah, yeah.
my
We'll do it next time. We'll
God.
do it next
Yeah.
time.
Well, maybe you
Have
can
us back.
I
come
love
be a
you guys.
guest on our podcast.
Yes.
Yeah, ask us.
Love
Give
that.
them a round of applause.
we gotta go, guys.
Ay makabuluhan